The name Michael Schumacher is forever etched in the annals of Formula 1 racing history. Yet Schumacher's impact goes far beyond just his fame. He shattered records and redefined what it means to succeed in F1. With an astounding 91 race wins, 68 pole positions, 77 fastest laps, and an incredible 7 world titles, Schumacher's achievements are simply staggering. Before him, the great Juan Manuel Fangio's 5 championships were considered the ultimate benchmark. Yet, Schumacher not only matched this feat, but surpassed it. So, how did this unassuming young driver from Germany rise to such dizzying heights? Let's find out. Before we dive into today's video, now is the perfect time to like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on other amazing F1 related content. Born in January 3rd, 1969, in the small German town of Herth-Hummelheim, Schumacher's love affair with the world of racing began at a young age. As a child, he would spend countless hours at his family's local karting centre, honing his skills and dreaming of the day when he would take the world by storm. Schumacher's early years were marked by a series of increasingly impressive victories on the karting circuit. In 1984, he became the German junior karting champion, a feat he followed up the next year with a second place finish in the prestigious Junior World Karting Championship. It was a clear indication that this young driver was destined for greatness. Schumacher's meteoric rise continued in 1986 and 1987 as he claimed the German and European karting championships, leaving in his wake a host of talented rivals, including the likes of Alessandro Zanardi and Karl Wendlinger. With each passing year, his reputation as a prodigy of the sport only grew, and it became increasingly clear that Schumacher was a force to be reckoned with. The logical next step for Schumacher was to transition to single-seat racing, and he wasted no time in making his mark. In 1988, he dominated the German Formula Koenig Championship and finished a strong second in the highly competitive Formula Ford 1600 Euro Series. The following year, Schumacher made the leap to the German Formula 3 Championship, where he finished second in his debut season, setting the stage for an even greater triumph in 1990, winning the title with 5 championship victories. But it was in 1991 that Schumacher truly burst onto the global stage. That was the year he made his Formula 1 debut, replacing the imprisoned Bertrand Gachot at the Belgian Grand Prix. Driving for the Jordan team, Schumacher qualified an impressive 7th, a remarkable feat considering it was his first time on the circuit. Although he retired from the race, he made a significant impression on the Formula 1 paddock. Benetton quickly snapped up the young German, and it was with this team that Schumacher's legend truly began to take shape. In his first full season in 1992, he had 8 podium finishes and claimed his first victory just 18 races into his Formula 1 career. It was a sign of the greatness to come. The following year, 1993, proved to be a more challenging one for Schumacher as reliability issues plagued the Benetton team. Despite this, he managed to secure several podium finishes and another race victory, finishing 4th in the Drivers' Championship. But little did the racing world know that the best was yet to come. The 1994 season would prove to be a turbulent and tragic one for Formula 1. The deaths of rookies Roland Ratzberger and the legendary Ayrton Senna cast a somber shadow over the sport. It then got even worse for Schumacher, as the German driver found himself embroiled in controversy, with allegations of traction control being levelled against the Benetton team. However, he rose above the challenges, winning 8 races and securing his first World Championship title. It was a year that many thought would be dominated by Senna, but Schumacher, through sheer determination and skill, had rewritten the script. Schumacher's dominance continued in 1995 as he won 9 races and successfully defended his world title, helping Benetton secure their first Constructors' Championship. His drive at the Nürburgring, where he charged from over 40 seconds behind to win the race, passing Gene Alesi around the outside with just 2 laps to go, was a testament to his relentless pursuit of victory. At just 26 years old, Schumacher had already cemented his place among the all-time greats of the sport. In 1996, Schumacher made the switch to Ferrari, a move that would forever change the landscape of Formula 1. Though the initial seasons with the Scuderia were marked by reliability issues and a relative lack of competitiveness, Schumacher's sheer determination and talent gradually transformed the team, laying the foundation for their future success. The racing world held its breath, wondering how long it would take for the German juggernaut to once again dominate the field. The 1997 season saw Schumacher engaged in a thrilling title battle with Jacques Villeneuve. Villeneuve, the young upstart driving the superior Williams FW19, had taken an early lead in the championship, his car's blistering pace leaving his rivals in the dust. Schumacher, however, was not one to be intimidated. The German maestro, now in his second season with Ferrari, had clawed his way back into contention, winning 5 races through sheer determination and his uncanny ability to extract the maximum from his machinery. As the season reached its climax, the stage was set for a dramatic showdown at the European Grand Prix in Jerez. Schumacher, with a slender 1-point advantage, knew that only victory would suffice. When the lights went out, Schumacher made a lightning-fast start, managing to jump Villeneuve and take the lead. But the Canadian, underrated, began to reel in his rival, the gap between them steadily shrinking as the laps ticked by. As the race entered its final stages, the tensions reached fever pitch. Schumacher's Ferrari was visibly struggling, a coolant leak sapping the car's performance. Villeneuve sensed his moment, closing in for the kill as he prepared to make his decisive move. On lap 48, as the two cars hurtled towards the first corner, Villeneuve pulled alongside Schumacher, looking to make the pass that would seal his World Championship triumph. But in a split-second decision that would forever define their rivalry, Schumacher turned sharply into the Williams, the two cars colliding in a dramatic and controversial incident that would send shockwaves through the sport. Villeneuve managed to recover and cross the finish line, while Schumacher's race ended in retirement. The race stewards initially deemed the incident a racing accident, but 2 weeks later, in an unprecedented move, Schumacher was disqualified from the entire 1997 Drivers' Championship. The FIA disciplinary hearing finding that his manoeuvre was an instinctive reaction and, although deliberate, not made with malice or premeditation. Schumacher, initially feeling wronged, later admitted that he had made a mistake. The adrenaline-fueled decision to turn into Villeneuve a serious error of judgment. The German's actions were widely condemned in the media, his reputation taking a significant hit. The 1988 season proved to be another close-fought championship. This time, it was between Schumacher and the resurgent McLaren team of Mika Häkkinen. Schumacher secured 6 victories that year, but it was not enough to overcome the sheer pace of the McLaren Mercedes package, and he ultimately fell short in his quest for a 3rd World Championship. The year 1999 marked a turning point in Schumacher's illustrious career, as his efforts helped Ferrari secure their first Constructors' Championship since 1983. However, fate had a cruel twist in store, as a horrific accident in the British Grand Prix left him with a broken leg and a 98-day absence from the sport. But Schumacher's unbreakable spirit shone through, and his return to the track was nothing short of awe-inspiring, as he quickly re-established his dominance and continued his pursuit of greatness. From 2000 to 2004, Schumacher would go on a remarkable run, winning 5 consecutive World Championships, breaking records, and redefining the very boundaries of what was possible in Formula 1. His battles with the likes of Mika Häkkinen and Kimi Räikkönen were the stuff of legend, with the former being hailed by Schumacher as the best opponent I've had, and the one he respected the most. The intensity of these rivalries only served to heighten the drama and excitement of the sport, captivating audiences across the globe. As the years passed, Schumacher's relentless pursuit of perfection only grew stronger. In 2004, he would reach the pinnacle of his career, winning a record 12 of the first 13 races of the season and clinching his 7th Drivers' Championship, breaking the long-standing record set by the legendary Juan Manuel Fangio. However, the tides of fortune would eventually turn for Schumacher and Ferrari. The rule changes introduced in 2005 and 2006 seasons proved to be a significant challenge, tipping the balance of power away from Scuderia's dominance. Undeterred, Schumacher fought tooth and nail to maintain his position at the top. In those 2 seasons, he managed to secure an impressive 8 race victories. The highlight of this period came at the 2006 Chinese Grand Prix, where Schumacher stood atop the podium one final time. This 91st career win would prove to be his last before he announced his retirement from Formula 1. The retirement, however, would not be the end of Schumacher's journey in motorsports. In 2007, he transitioned into a new role at Ferrari, serving as an advisor and assisting with the development of the team's cars. However, Schumacher was not done with on-track racing. In a shocking move, he announced his return to Formula 1 in 2010, this time with the Mercedes team. The news sent shockwaves through the motorsport community as fans and pundits wondered whether the legendary driver still had the skills to compete at the highest level. And they weren't far from the truth, because his second stint did not replicate the dizzying success of his earlier years. Schumacher's persistence was rewarded in 2012 when, at the age of 43, he secured a podium finish at the European Grand Prix. The 7-time world champion finally retired from racing at the end of the 2012 season. He had become a true icon of the sport, a larger-than-life figure whose impact had forever transformed the landscape of motorsports. But there was more to Schumacher's story than just his on-track success. Off the track, he was a man of immense compassion and philanthropic spirit. Through his charitable foundation, he supported numerous causes, from children's hospitals to environmental initiatives. Tragically, in 2013, Schumacher suffered a devastating skiing accident that left him in a coma for several months. The news sent shockwaves through the motorsport community as fans and colleagues rallied around their beloved driver, praying for his recovery. For years, Schumacher's condition remained a closely guarded secret, with his family fiercely protecting his privacy as he underwent a painstaking rehabilitation process. And now, over to you. What's your thought about Michael Schumacher? Let us know in the comments section below. That's all for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you catch more amazing videos like this. And see you in the next one.